All right, good morning, everyone. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. Looks like we've been trending up overnight. No surprise there. Let's see. Definitely looks like the volume has died off, especially on the bigger time frame. You can see these candlesticks pretty tiny. I feel like usually that's a good sign for a reversal. Yeah, I mean, even on the 4 hour time frame. Let's see. Well, the zone I have marked out so far is this 3 hour demand zone down here, which also looks like a 1 hour zone. So it could be a good target for shorts if I somehow do take that. Let's see what else there is. This 45-minute supply zone right at all time highs. Let's see what else. Yeah, yesterday was interesting. With that, not only did it wick on ES, it looks like it also wicked on what is it called? MNQ. I'm not sure if it was at the same time, but I saw clips about ES that there's huge candle, but I wasn't able to find it. So I actually think it was on Micros ES MES. Let's see. It probably was. I don't know. I haven't been able to find it. Unless it was just like on Topstep X. No, it can't be. Yeah, I don't know. Did anyone see that though? There was like a huge wick on ES. Wait, what the heck? Great. Actually got to restart because I was charting on MNQ, which I don't like doing for some reason. But maybe I should maybe I should because that is what I'm trading. Let's do that. In case there's another nasty wick like yesterday. Yeah, I was gonna say this could be a good 30-minute zone. I mean, price did bounce off of it a couple times. I'll mark it out. We also have this 30-minute supply zone at all time highs. I definitely wanted to see zones that were closer to price. But I don't see much, which isn't bad. Could be like yesterday, where as soon as the market opens, it creates a zone. And you can just trade off of that. Yeah, I don't see much. Okay, that's tough. I'm not gonna lie. Let me double check this. I mean, we have this tiny 5 minute zone here, and it's right on top of this 30-minute zone. How far away are my zones? Let's see. Okay, this one's about 46 points away, which is good. We could definitely get up there once the market opens up. And then this one down here is pretty far away, 120 points. But if the market has pretty good volume opening up, then could easily get down there. The only thing is, I wish I had a zone around this area. That way I could take the short to the zone down here. Let me see on the 3-minute time frame. Okay, maybe this zone here. I usually don't take trades off of 3-minute zones unless I'm scalping on like an eval. Alright, let's look at US 30, which had a very interesting opening yesterday. I mean, yeah, it was a really good day. There was a lot of moves he could have caught in the first 30 minutes. I'm going to mark out all-time highs. We're pretty close to that. No surprise here. We have a 3-hour demand zone, which was created with yesterday's opening. That could be a good target for shorts if I somehow do take that. Another 2-hour zone. Thanks, babe. Was it busy?
Um, I mean, I guess, but I also went and got a couple.
Oh. Oh, thanks. I'll probably eat this later. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I got my Starbucks order. Thank you. You too. The laptop? Man, I don't know where that is. I think it's in the other room. Anyways, I felt sluggish this morning, so I was like, let me get a coffee. I don't think I've traded on stream drinking coffee, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I am a coffee chugger. If it wasn't on stream, this drink probably already would be done. Yeah, but my drink be lasting like 2 minutes. Damn, don't see much. It should be over there. You check next to the bed. Right now, I'm looking for zones that are close to price. I don't see any. Bless you. Yeah, I don't see anything close to price. At least for US 30. What chat do you use on Discord? the VIP one. That's also where I do the giveaways. Over the weekend, I actually gave away 20 accounts in the free Discord. That was crazy. That was the biggest giveaway I've ever done. Thank Thankfully, I was able to contact the prop firms, and I told them, I was like, I hit 10,000 subscribers. I'd want to celebrate by giving away some prop firm accounts, and they sent me Lucid sent me 10, and then Apex sent me 10 as well. I could have asked Funded next, but I didn't. I probably could still though. Alright, I'm like double checking this to see if I missed anything. I don't see any zones. I wouldn't be surprised if US 30 opens up and it goes straight down to this 925, to this 3-hour demand zone. I mean, I was gonna say maybe I could mark down this 1-hour zone. It's really not a perfect zone, but I do like this reaction off of it. So it could be a trade I would take, yeah. Where's VWAP? That's all the zones. That's all the zones I have so far. On NASDAQ, I have this 45-minute supply zone right at all-time highs. It's the closest zone to price as well. I also have this 3 hour. It's a 3-minute demand zone, which we kind of chopped up at over here. But it was a strong buying area, which is why I marked it. It's also kind of close to VWAP, so I'm not sure if I would take a trade off of here. Maybe I will though. Maybe I will. We'll see. Maybe I'll risk it. I also have a 5-minute zone down here. It kind of looks like the bottom. Not the bottom. It looks like support resistance, right? And then a 30-minute zone, which we bounced off of 2 times. I like the zones that I have. They're just far away from price. So, which sucks because I have noticed, like I said, when I usually win is before 10 a.m. and when I usually lose it's after 10 a.m. So like the timing with my strategy is very important, and it kind of sucks when the zones are far away because it might take a while for price to get there. On US 30, I have this 1-hour supply zone. It's not the best zone, but I do like this reaction off of it. So, but that's the thing. I'm taking a break from US 30, at least for this week, because I lost a lot last week on it. But where's VWAP on here? Okay, cool. Anyways, that was all the analysis. There's really not much, but I will check if there is any high impact news. This time, I will not be in a trade if there is 10 a.m. news. Yeah, that was a bit scary. Okay, great. There is 10 a.m. news. Good to know. So I definitely, if I place a trade, like it has to be before 10 a.m. So right at market open. Oof, this coffee hit it already in a bad way. Volume's looking really good today. Lots of huge swings before market open. What'd you say? Yeah. I think it's a straw. Never traded US 30 in my life. I used to trade ES, but watching I found NQX reacts a lot better than ES. Yeah, NQ is like, mm, NQ is a bit risky, but in a good way. And I don't know, I feel like you can make more money with NQ. For example, if you have one contract on NQ and one contract on ES, and you kind of catch the same move, you'll make more money with NQ. But yeah, I don't know why I've always traded NQ. I don't think I've ever traded ES unless it was on like an eval or something. Wait, why is this? Hmm. Let me check something really quick. Oh, okay. Good morning, good morning. On ES, I would always hold to long and get stopped out. Yeah, I've never had any experiences with ES. And that's the thing too, like I've back tested it a lot. Maybe like once or twice. Why am I saying a lot? It's not a lot. I've back tested a couple times and like it's just not the same as NASDAQ. But like every trader is different. I know a lot of traders that use ES to trade NASDAQ. Or like even like ICT traders, a lot of them do that as well, where they do like SMTs. I'm pretty sure. 10 more minutes. Let's check the news as well. We have a lot of news coming out at 10. Most of it is low impact, but we do have two that are high impact. So I don't want to mess with that. Not like I did yesterday. It's crazy too because yesterday was like a medium impact news at 10, and that shit happened to me. If you missed it, I just got wicked out by a huge candle during news. But the wick happened on MNQ and not regular NQ. That's why it sucks. Because it's like, damn, if I just traded regular NQ, I would have been fine. And the trade played out beautifully too. Just got wicked out. It was nasty. Thursday we have 8:30 news. Friday 8:30 news. Let's see the Trump tracker. Okay, nothing to worry about. And of course it says we're bullish. Let's see any high impact news. Trump sees Iran blockade lifted by Labor Day. When the hell is Labor Day? What the heck? Okay. September 7th. That's okay. That's pretty far away. Yeah, this is literally all Trump. Trump says Iran agreed not to develop nuclear weapon. Trump, Iran has agreed they will not have a nuclear weapon podcast interview. Iran has agreed they will not have a nuclear weapon. Okay, the same shit. Everything's literally Trump or Iran or something about it or something that has to do with it. So I saw this yesterday. Trump administration proposes 25% tariff to punish Brazil over trade practices. That's they're placing they want to put tariffs to punish countries. That's just crazy. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, some people still say the volume's low. And I'm not surprised, but it is all the way up. Actually, let me see if I could do something really quick. Let's see. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know. I still have to fix it. Looks like Nasdaq has been bouncing off of VWAP for the whole night. We got London lows, Asia lows. If I take short, could be a good take profit. Who knows? I would definitely take shorts if we start rejecting this area up here. We got like 7 more minutes for market open. That just reminded me, I don't think I've checked the earnings calendar. Maybe I did. Yeah, I did check earnings calendar. Yeah, I was looking at this. I think it was on Monday. Anytime I see the earnings calendar, I find this company that's like, what? They had a stock I didn't even know. Like Ollie's. I would have never thought Ollie's had a stock. Five Below. Like, what? I would have never thought. Even Victoria's Secret, Dollar General. Like, you could literally invest into anything. Lululemon. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't like Lululemon. Yo, bro, they're expensive for nothing. I don't understand the hype. That's what makes things expensive is the hype of it. And sometimes you understand it, sometimes you don't. I don't understand the Lululemon hype. You know, either. I was up 1,000 on M&Q during Asia and got whipped out in profit for 625. Damn. I mean, it's still over 500. It's still pretty good. Like 625, that's like if you have a minimum wage job, that's like a week worth of working. You got to see it in that way, you know? You know what's been throwing me off lately is US 30. I can't even lie. And I say this every day, but it's like they do the opposite thing. Like NASDAQ and US 30. And I feel like in the beginning of the year, they were very, very alike. Now that it's a bit different. Three more minutes. The wicks be wicking, you know? Yeah, then those M and Q wicks, they do suck. And they happen quite a bit. They happen quite a bit. Sometimes it's like a huge wick and it's barely noticeable, but sometimes it's an insane wick that just takes you out. Like yesterday for me, that was crazy. I haven't even looked back at it because not yet. Wait, someone had actually sent me a screenshot of it. Let me see if I could find it. Oh, yeah, right here. Like, look at regular NQ and then M and Q's wicked down. Oh my god. And then look at my face. I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way I'm seeing this. I didn't think it was real at first. And then what also caught me off guard, because I saw this as well. So the candles, this is my stop loss right here. This is the entry. And then this is where the actual price is. And it says you're up $90. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just like a glitch. And then it actually stopped me out, and I was like, what? And then you can see on regular NQ, barely a wick. That was funny. But it's like, it's something that's not surprising because M and Q does that a lot. Oh gosh, look at this dump on US 30. This 925 kilo has a lot of volume. Usually when I see that, I expect US 30 to be quite volatile when it opens up. Let's see. Okay, NASDAQ pumped up. Of course, they're doing the opposite thing. I won't place any trades. I want to see this first 1 minute candle close. Alright, this 1 minute candle is closing out, rejecting this zone. So if we get below this 1 minute wick, then I'm gonna short it. The only way I would long is if I see a 1 minute candle close above 787, which it might do. So let's see. Okay, yeah, this closed above 50%. So technically it's a good buy. I wouldn't want to see this get below 787 now. I'd want to see it actually push through. Alright, I'm gonna buy here. Yeah, I was just gonna say I like where the stop loss is. I think if I get stopped and it gets below 64, it'll reverse down. But for the buys to really pop in, this has to stay above 86, which it's not doing. Yeah, I got stopped out on that. So now I want to see if we're actually going to reverse from here or if this is just a pullback. Bam, straight down to VWAP. All right, that was the first 5 minute candle. It closed right at VWAP. Definitely bearish. It rejected these supply zones. Yeah, if this closed below 92, then I'll short it. I'll expect it to go to 610. All right, I'm in a short here. I definitely want to see this get down to 610. Okay, that was a good retest of the zone. I would just want to see this close below 72. Damn, I'm gonna get stopped. That is, what am I doing? Like, oh my god, bro. I literally got faked out of both entries. Oh my goodness. See, at first I was thinking shorts up here because of this 1 minute candle close. I was like, okay, if it gets below this, I'll short it. Then I saw this candle closing above the zone. So I was like, okay, bongs are coming in. We closed above the zone. No, perfect entry for the opposite direction. Oh my god. Yeah, I need a break. Like, this is a tough start to the month. It was such a good short too. It dropped straight to VWAP. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Let's see what I could have done on US 30. US 30 played pretty good. Still low volume, but dang, I need a break. Like, I could feel myself wanting to tilt because I've lost the past couple days. There's really, I don't know. Maybe this 3 minute zone wasn't that good enough, but this zone up here definitely was good enough, and I got faked out of the trade. So that's and yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I'll journal this. Wow, I'm done 10 minutes into. Damn, that sucks. You know that feeling when like you feel like you don't know how to trade anymore? That's how I feel sometimes. And I know it's kind of normal to feel, especially on a losing streak, but it sucks. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to step away from the charts before I go on tilt. Stepping away is the best thing I could do. I will journal this later. Yeah. And like I could have taken shorts here, especially with this 1 minute candle closing below the zones. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to get in and out and then in. Like I don't want to get in out of trades. But the analysis made sense. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Not my day, not my week, not my week. But everyone has their moments. Everyone has their good and bad moments. I just gotta keep my head up. Yeah. And journal. Journal. Jeez. Where is it? Bar, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have a good trading day. I mean, we're not even into the first 15 minutes. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity. But for me though, that was it. I don't even want to talk about it. Maybe the second trade wasn't perfect, but I still think this could go down to 610. I think that is the next stop. I'll see you guys tomorrow though.